Blades fans, subscribe to Blades Ramble. Up the Blades.
As always, the Ramble is sponsored by COACH Sheffield. If you're a growing business and you want support to continue that growth, they are the people to speak to. Thank you for joining the team for their continued support for the Ramble. Today's Ramble is also sponsored by High Point Access. Thank you to them for their support. They are your number one stop shop for all your working at heights and roofing needs. If you mention the Blades Ramble when booking any works with them, you'll also get 10% off. What is happening, Blades? Are we awake? How are we all? Welcome back to the Blades Ramble. I am, of course, Jimmy, and this is 90 after 90 after dark. Let's be right. Yeah, we are late. We are late tonight, and I am late to the party. Apologies. I have only just got back this minute walk through the door. Oh, my. Oh, what a brilliant performance from Sheffield United. I thought well, we're at Wembley, aren't we? Let's just the headlines from the top. We are at Wembley. We've made it. We've not only, got through the tie, got through the second leg of what could have been an awkward fixture after a 3-0 win in the away leg. We have cruised through to Wembley. We have brushed them aside. I understand that it's heavy weight on the shoulders in terms of, once we get one, it deflates them a little bit. Once we get the second, it's completely done. So it's difficult to truly assess it. But I thought they were probably in control. I won't say on top necessarily. I think we were happy for them to have the ball for the first 20 minutes, and after that, we just took over. And I thought it's one of the most complete performances I've seen from a Sheffield United side. I have to say, I thought Jack Robinson played very well tonight. I know I'm always keen to be, or a lot of people see me as keen to be on his case, and I will point out when he makes mistakes. But I honestly thought he was very good tonight. I thought Vinny Souza, I don't know who's got the man of the match, but Vinny Souza has to be in with a shout. I thought he were outstanding. I thought everybody played well, to be honest. You can nitpick here or there, but again, why would you? I thought it were very, very good all over the pitch. Okay. Can't answer that at the moment. I don't even know if you heard what that said. Did you hear it? Anybody? No? Okay. No worries. I was just looking at some faces backstage. I also want to say a huge thank you. Well, first of all, thought the fans were impeccable. The atmosphere at the Lane tonight was brilliant. It was just what we were called for. Huge credit to Lee Winter and all of the support team around him that managed to get the Lane sort of little trinkets and stuff. I thought the banners and the messages were brilliant all around the ground. The fact that we all held, I don't know how it looked on TV, obviously, but it were just, yeah, it were incredible. It were really, really good. I think the fans, the Sheffield United fan, I thought the Bristol City fans were a credit to them, an absolute credit to their side. I have to say that, not just because we've taxied a Bristol City fan to and from game with us, but I thought they were a credit to the team tonight. Sung all the way through. I know there were a bit of banter between two teams. That's what it's about, innit? Let's be right. But they were a credit to the side. But I thought the Sheffield United fans tonight, not only throughout the game, I think staying off the pitch at the end is a huge mark of respect to the club. And I think we as fans, and me and Aunt Sal were saying this tonight, I think we as fans have sort of accepted that it's not acceptable to go on the pitch, particularly having incidents with our own players in the past when that's happened. I know that every fan base wants to have a pitch invasion when there's some form of success. Firstly, we haven't done anything yet, have we? We've got to Wembley, we've got to a final. There's no job done yet, is there? So, and I'm pretty sure that's how Wilder will see it as well. So, but ultimately, it's a case of the club asked us to stay off the pitch. We did stay off the pitch. We respected what they said. The players and everybody were safe. Credit to the fan base, absolute credit to them. I also want to say a huge thank you to the man that I'm going to bring in next, actually, because he has done his first solo stream. I kept dipping in and watching at the game. I was like a proud younger brother. What can I say? You know him. You'll probably be sick of his face, but I'm not bothered because we're going to bring him in anyway. It's Mr. Mountain.
This is the view from the mountain with a heart so pure it's astounding. Man, mountain strong and true. What a man, what a view.
What a man, what a view. How's it going, man, Mountain? You okay, pal?
Yeah, loving life, pal. Yeah, couldn't have gone any better, could it, to be fair?
How was that for you tonight?
Well, the game made it a lot easier, didn't it, to be frank? Everybody was in a really good mood. And no, we had some good questions, good discussions, and
Brilliant, mate.
bit of that. Tried, like you say, I got told off for reading too many comments at one point. Like, watch the game. I was like, all right, then, all right.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Give them what they want, mate. Yeah, it was it was great fun. Yeah, I had a great time.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, it was good. It was obviously when you're on your Todd, you think you made it as easy as you could for me, so I appreciate that.
No, mate, thank you for doing it. I'm absolutely delighted. I knew you'd smash it, but I quite enjoy doing the watch-alongs. I know I do them with Jord a lot now, but both on my own and with Jord, I really enjoy it. It's just like it's you like watching the game with. It's such a weird feeling because you are on your own, obviously, in your own sort of thing where you're controlling the stream, but you're watching it with everybody else, aren't you? So what are you laughing at?
Was because I went on my own for the whole thing about an hour into the game. I think it might have been an hour. My mother-in-law walked in. She walked in and went, Paul, have you seen my cardigan? I went, I
can't wait to watch it back.
Oh, mate. I was like, I don't know what it is, Jill. Go away.
I'm live to a fair few people now. So, that's brilliant, mate. What did you think to the game?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think both teams started really tentative. I thought they were slightly in the ascendancy. I think we showed a few nerves early doors in the first sort of 20, 25 minutes. And then we sort of turned the screw a little bit towards the end of the half. And obviously the goal goes in and it's game over. As far as I think the Bristol players were concerned more than anybody else, I thought they seemed to just go.
Edge went down, didn't they?
Yeah. I don't think they chucked it in, but they certainly, you could tell there was a little less in their energy and their press and everything else after that. And then I thought United did really well towards the end. I thought the bench looked strong. We were saying it all the way through on the stream about we've got a lot to come off that bench.
That's a huge game changer, isn't it? We were saying same in ground that you bring Callum O'Hare and Tyrese Campbell off the bench, Raksaki off the bench. I mean, and they're obviously just the attacking players that jump out, but even Tom Davis, it's a frightening prospect, isn't it? When you're already, feeling a little bit like zapped of energy and stuff, and then these players come on, it must be a real sort of kick to the opposition, really. So
yeah, I think that's been a thing for us since January. We haven't really, it hasn't really felt like we've had everybody. Do you know what I mean? At any point, and it just feels like the fitness levels of some of the players coming on, and some of them who are starting for it, obviously as well, are just peaking at just the right time. So yeah, it was grand. And I thought when you're 5% off it and you're losing 4 or 5-0, they're the last person you want to see is Cal O'Hare.
I thought he were very good as well when he came on again. I mean,
Yeah, but I was saying this on the stream as well, like about the finishers. That, like in rugby, they call them the finishers, don't they? They really
they do. Yeah, they do.
And they sort of big them up a little bit because they're the ones that can win you the game in the last 15 minutes. And it almost feels like that a little bit. When players are, Wilder alluded to at the end, saying about how everyone's asked to be all in and stuff like that. But it's like, they've got to be all in because they might be on the bench and you can't feel like you've been dropped. You've got to just come on and try and fight for your place again. And I thought the players coming on today were really, really, really good. And it was a great position to come on, wasn't it? 4 or 5-0.
Oh, mate.
And you come on and you get the chance to be in the attacking third and express yourself. The step overs, mate, what's happened to us? We look like a team that are just clicking at the right time, boys.
I know we do. We can't say it out loud, surely we can't. But
them step overs, mate. 3 in 2 games now. Step over that.
It's just a little dink.
It's easy that. No,
incredible, isn't it?
But it's really difficult, isn't it? It's really difficult to coach that and to actually pull it off in a game situation. So fair play to United and fair play to Wilder and Nil and everybody else who's got them to this stage, because we should be confident going through to this final.
We should, mate. We should. Let me get some comments in anyway. Are you sticking around anyway? Are you sticking around, or you don't have to, mate? You don't have to. You don't. It's your call.
Well, yeah, I know you've got the other lads as well, haven't you? So
Up the blade. Go on. What are you going to say?
I'm happy to. I'm done. Let you speak. You speak. I've spoken enough.
Okay. Yes, I'm sure they're all thinking the same. Coatsy, he's better off the bench. Coatsy's better off. Coatsy's better off the bench. Don't know what I mean. Steve Holmes says, Chris Wilder and the entire squad are my man of the match. Let's get Wembley bound and lift that curse. Absolutely. Jack says, performance of the season that we've never played so well. Ramblers to Wembley. Come on, lads. Big shout out to Sonny for the tickets. Oh, Sonny got you the ticket. I know Sonny Glasby of Glasby Pallets was advertising in our Ramblers group to give a couple of tickets out tonight. Nice one, Jack. I'm glad you picked those up, pal. David says, perfect performance tonight. Nice to see Dry Bright and Mr. Mountain in the Burr. Still the main man eludes me. Wembley, here we come. Up the blades. Up all the. Oh, were you in Triple Point? Right, okay. Mr. Motson, I think you'll mean there. Yeah. So you saw Dry Brian, Mr. Motson in Triple Point. I'm deciphering your message there, David. Yes, I did turn up to Triple Point, but obviously I were up against it time-wise and stuff like that. So.
Judging by that message, you might still be in Triple Point. Now look at it.
I know, yeah, it could well be. It could well be. In fact, thinking of how I got into the ground, I need to get this out of the way and bring somebody in, because it was like a giddy little boy when I saw him. I have to bring in our mate, Jamie Dumplin. How's it going, pal?
One more,
mate. How are you anyway? You look like a very happy young man when I saw you before the game.
Oh, I'm buzzing. To be fair, I do. Thank you, by the way, for helping me get that photo with Cammy earlier.
It's all right, mate. It's all right. You were really giddy, weren't you?
Honestly, to be fair, I came on. I think it were Millwall at home when we lost to them at the time.
Yeah, we lost.
This. It has aged like fine wine.
Yeah, you brought that to the game today, didn't you? Because I was telling you off for wearing it. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, but listen, 3-0 up. You're confident enough. It's right to be confident. What did you think to the game today, pal?
It was perfect. I don't think you could ask much more, to be fair. I had people going, we won 7. But honestly, I would have taken a 2-0 loss.
Would you?
Honestly, it's a statement and a half to Sunderland or Coventry that we are coming and we are ready. But I've got to say, I've given flack to him a lot over his time at United. Ryan Brewster has come leaps and bounds this season.
I agree.
He played incredible off the bench, and he seems to do better off the bench. He just was everywhere when he came on.
He did really well, didn't he?
Yeah. I could say everyone played well. Chowdhury looked like a man alive.
Chowdhury was brilliant.
Burrows in the last 2 games has looked like he has done in the first half of the season. Like, he literally, when he left it for O'Hare, that was so impressive. Just how he just thought, yeah, I'll leave it, you can have it. And it's a great finish from O'Hare. And Campbell just having an absolute fun time. Like, he was just enjoying it more than all. It was a perfect performance, to be honest. I don't think it's all else.
Nice. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something a little bit unorthodox. I know Man Mountain wants to get off because I'm sure he wants his bed, and it is a school night for him. I am aware fully of what you do for a living, pal. So don't worry, we will get you cleared in a minute. But I'm going to do something a little bit unprecedented for 90 after 90 because I've got a little bit of a plan towards the end, and I don't know whether this man will want to join in. But welcome also to the stream, Mark Meldrew. How's it going, pal? Still with the vertical camera. What is going on? Hey, he's there. There he goes. Much better to see you in full widescreen, mate. That's what we want. How are you doing, pal? You okay?
I'm well, mate. That couldn't have gone any better, that really, could it?
Absolutely brilliant, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Are we all buzzing for Wembley or what?
Well, I'm a bit like, meh, aren't I? But we'll not go there. It's too early for that. Stop.
Are we a man at match tonight, Mr. Meldrew? Because I think it could have gone to a fair few, to be honest.
I think Vinny Souza.
I agree.
He was unbelievable. Like, you could have given it to so many tonight, like Burrows, like, unbelievable. Like, I thought Bruce still good when he come on away. Like, my dad touched on it. So when we brought them 3 subs on, he went, "It's not a bad 3 subs to bring on, is it?"
It's brilliant.
Unbelievable. And it just seems like we're clicking at that. Not clicking, but we seem to have that, like, togetherness. Like,
je ne sais quoi.
If that's what you want to call it, yeah.
It were class. We do look like, I mean, Paul mentioned it at top of the show. We look like we're just about finding our rhythm now, clicking at the right time. I tell you what, I know you can't guarantee a performance at that level, but if we play like that at Wembley, we'll get promoted. That's how confident I am in that performance tonight. It doesn't mean we will play as well as that. It doesn't mean Sunderland won't give us a tougher test than an already beaten Bristol City, obviously, or Coventry. I understand it's not a done game there yet. Me and Jordan will be doing a watch along tomorrow night for that. But yeah, we have done our bit, and we will be one half of that equation at Wembley. Paul can start, not Mr. Mountain. Paul of Wellstone Landscapes down there can. Thank you, Jamie. Can start getting the coach arrangements sorted. Just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. We've done it. We've done our bit. So. Yeah, I love it, lads. I love it. I appreciate it's late. I don't want to keep you on past your bedtime. Anything else you want to touch on while I've still got you on?
I just think, like you say, it just couldn't have gone any better tonight. I mean, that first goal was in, and to be honest, I think prior to that, I thought we looked a little bit nervous, like Paul said. Like, first 10 or 15, they had 2 or 3 chances, and I thought, hang on a minute, like.
See, I thought a little bit of that. I thought it took us a while to get accustomed to the game, but I spoke to Dave the Nose at half time, who my new seats are really close to, actually, which is good. But he was saying he thinks that were by design, to sort of let that, what's that, in case of emergency, give the ball to Gus. Nice.
Giving it some of that, Werner.
It's true.
He didn't. I don't think he was I don't think we looked as reliant on him tonight as we.
No, I don't think we did. I thought he didn't really have the same impact as he has had in previous games. I thought first half we were a bit anonymous, to be honest. But as I said, Dave thought it was just to let them have the ball, let them get a little bit comfortable, let them try and come on to us a little bit, and then we will go bang. He thought it was a little bit of a game plan. And I thought after 20, 25 minutes, we controlled the game completely. So
Shape were very good. Shape were very good tonight. I know he didn't score, but I thought Cannon had one of his better games. His work rate tonight were incredible. They touched on that on radio on way home, and they just said his work rate were incredible at times. Chowdhury again, just fantastic. You could look at any player on that pitch, subs or who started, and do you know what I mean? It's weird, like coming away, sort of how we've took it over 2 legs. It seems not, I don't use the word easy, but. When we've never been in this position, have we? Where it's always usually like we've nicked it or that sort of thing. But shout out to fans were incredible tonight. You can talk about attendances all you want.
To say that were lower attendance than usual and all.
I know the atmosphere was incredible. To say it was a lower attendance than usual.
That's what I wanted to ask Jamie about, as he's put in an awful lot of work towards this and talks about this a lot. And obviously, were you there early today, Jamie?
Yeah.
So what would you say about the atmosphere then? Was it the best of the season?
Yeah.
I would say so too.
I'd say it's up there with Wednesday one. I'm to be quiet because I've been done for being a bit loud. But
you've been told off?
Yeah. But,
well, I've got a plan. I've got a plan before you go, so we'll see if that works.
At its peak, the Wednesday one were better, but this just went on. It didn't stop until about 70 odd minutes when game died down and we were just having a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
It is easier when you're 3-0 up before you started, isn't it?
Mate, it's class. It's class, but we've earned that. We've earned that right. We've earned that right, and it were a brilliant atmosphere. Brilliant.
Just touching on that as well. Like when I don't know what minute it were in, but when they started singing about Baldock, that were just. That was just incredible. When everybody stood up, like Wilder's touched on it in his press conference after. And he just said, he stood up and looked round and just everybody was stood up. And
it were incredible. It was organic as well. It wasn't like, wait till this minute and it will be planned that we'll all sing it. It was it was just a natural thing that everybody wanted to do and joined in with, and then everybody standing up together in unison and just singing for him. We're like 5-0 up at the time or wherever it is. It were absolute. Honestly, it airs on back of my neck stand up when I'm thinking about it. Because to a person, everybody didn't even like. Sometimes we're standing up, you follow each other's lead, don't you? And sort of a couple will stand up, so maybe then one more will do it, and then everybody ends up doing it. It was like as soon as it really got into a bit of a rhythm, everybody stood up. It were incredible, mate. Absolutely incredible. And, you know, it's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing to have that sort of determination behind it. I've leaned against the old do it for George thing, because I think that's unnecessary pressure. But I think when after it's happened, like tonight, it was assured that we were going through at that stage when we were singing it. I think it's poignant, and I think it's appropriate to show that this is for him as well. So, and he's with us. And it was just really, really special to be a part of. Really special. Did you go tonight, Mark? You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. So you were part of it as well, part of standing up and singing, and just incredible, mate. Absolutely incredible. Because I missed you in Triple Point, didn't I? I saw Pete and he said that you just left. So
yeah, I bumped into Dave the Nose in John Street.
Did you?
I think he just got there from work, yeah. But I mean, they've just been saying on Sky. I've just sort of caught back in when I got in. Like Michael Brown said, like, it don't really matter who we play in final, but they'll not want to play us after watching us in 2 games. Do you know what I mean?
I said the same tonight to me on Sal. I'm saying, look at how we're playing. We always worry about the opposition. Nobody will want to play us. You know, we are a good team. We have to recognise that we are a good team too. We should have confidence going into the final. It don't mean arrogance. It don't mean that, you know, but don't be scared of anybody, because we can beat Sunderland. We've beaten Sunderland this season. They've beaten us, but we can beat Sunderland. We know that. We know we can beat Coventry. So we've every reason to be confident going into this.
You say that we can beat Sunderland. I think we played them around similar time that we played these, and they were both half squads. I know Sunderland had their fair share of injuries, but we have gone from 97th minute winner, just about beating them, and a 1-1 draw that they got a late equaliser, to 6-0 on aggregate.
Great point.
Gone up a level.
Great point.
I think tonight it just showed like how far in front we did finish in front of them. I know sort of points go out at window, but it was like men against boys at times. It was just ridiculous, to be fair. But I don't know why we're worried, to be honest.
No, but they are a decent side, but we know that we're better when we play well. It's just whether Sheffield United are going to play well, because we haven't always been a cohesive unit, have we, this season? And that's been the frustration, because you look at the players, there's not many teams we've come up against, Leeds and Burnley included at times. There's not many teams where we'd swap a lot of our players for theirs. So if our players play to their maximum, we're going to beat most teams. It's just we haven't seen that most weeks, and that's what's frustrating, I think. But tonight, we turned up, and we didn't just turn up, we steamrolled them, didn't we? After the first 25 minutes. What are you smiling at, Man Mountain?
Nothing. Well, I was laughing a minute ago because I was listening to Jamie. Now he's keeping his voice low. Sounds like the Love Doctor. Sounds like he's on a late night calling show. Hi, everybody. It's Jamie.
I think he's talking some sense tonight, Mr. Dumplin.
Yeah, he sure is. And the thing about Andy the Blade, having watched the telly tonight, he flashed on the screen at least 5 times on Sky.
He'll love that. He'll love that.
To carry like that.
that was just his teeth as well.
I know.
I know.
I said to him today, have you been in garden? Because he looked well tanned, didn't he? Because I took him both to get Jamie Sowers.
Sunbed.
And he ran across the road in front of us like a little rabbit that we're trying to get knocked over. And I saw him with his "We're going to Wembley" hoodie on. I went, "What are you wearing that?" I shouted out the window to him, "What are you wearing that for?" He went, "Is that coming? Bloody hell, is that coming? Help, coming or ain't coming?"
Can you blame?
It's Jamie, yeah. It's pal. So yeah, but my dad were obviously with him.
Andy's been down fantastic, hasn't he?
He looks like it, mate. He looks. He definitely looks like he has been. He's denying it. He's denying it, but he looks like he's had a. He looked a bit like Meloff Benidorm, didn't he? With spray tan. That's what I thought, anyway. So no, he's had a great night tonight as well. They were obviously schmoozing with Harry Maguire and what have you. So he's come back with all tales from Big Box, but brilliant.
What are you doing today, Maguire?
Jamie, did you have a good time talking to Cammy? Was it cool, man? Was it good?
To be fair, I had Andy the Blade. I had Andy the Blade saying to me, "Oh yeah, do you not want a picture of me?"
And you were like, who are you? Oh, dear, boys. Honestly, again, I'm conscious at time. I don't want to keep you any later than necessary because I don't even know if we'll go full 90 tonight because it's a late one. I understand that, but I just wanted to jump on because we're all buzzing, aren't we? We've got nearly 700 people in here across all platforms and it's nearly midnight. So thank you to everybody that's joining us. Any further points that you want to raise before I let you go to bed, lads?
Can I just say one bit that just made me howl when it happened, where when ball got played up to Kiefer, he just fell over. Do you remember that? Where he just fell over, it just like hit him on head.
He like went down to edit, didn't he? I think, and it like knocked him over as like a little bit. It looked like that's what had happened, but yeah, it did. He fell over.
Well, so, fantastic.
It was a great night, absolutely great. I'm really looking forward to hearing like Wilder's post match and stuff like that, which I haven't had a chance to hear yet. So I'm sure he'll be a proud man tonight, and so he should be. I think he takes a lot of credit because he's taken a little bit of unnecessary stick, in my opinion, this season, and now we're at Wembley. And we're one game away from promotion. And I won't want anybody else leading us. And I know, Mark, you're on that bandwagon as well. I know lads are big supporters of his. But I think he has taken some unfair stick this season. And what a brilliant job he's done, to be fair. So
there'll be some that still say it. And it absolutely baffles me.
Well, if we lose at Wembley, mate, there's some that can't wait to jump on it, in there, and sort of say.
But jump on it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what else he could have done. When you're in league with two teams that got 100 points each, this is the absolute next best thing you can do in it with a new team. And I think we've been fantastic this season. And I hope we all remember this feeling, really, no matter what happens in the next game. So, because I was saying, the worst way to look at it, and I don't like to sort of do this, but that could have been last time we see Gus Hamer on Bramall Lane pitch. That could be last time we see Vinny Souza on Bramall. It could be, Paul. I know, it could be though, couldn't it?
Oh,
we might lose at Wembley.
I'll nick all the cream off your cake there. We'll take that.
Sorry, mate, but you've got to enjoy the moments when they come round. So I'm fully enjoying tonight for what it is, and going to try and enjoy it, build up to it, because I'll be nervous as soon as it's determined who we're facing. I'll be really nervous. I'll get more and more nervous leading up to a game like I did for tonight, and particularly at first leg.
Cooper made a right save and all.
Cooper is class.
Cooper, when the close up on him on the telly, he was like that. He was so focused today, pulling his gun, like it's proper.
I think we'll do it. You know, I honestly think we've got it in locker to do it. I do. It just feels different this year. A lot of blades are talking about it, and you don't want to be overconfident. But I've got to be honest in how I feel about it. I feel confident that we'll do it. So
I'll ask you again in 11 days.
Yeah, I do, mate, and it'll be a different answer. But
he feels it in his water.
Feel it in my water. I do.
Do you know what were key for me though? I think I saw it on when I got in, but like we sort of celebrated, but we didn't sort of go. It's like we know there's another job to do, if you know what I mean.
Exactly right, and I love that.
And that's the impression I get. Like we didn't go mad. Like you see teams, they get to the final, they're jumping about, they've got banners, they've got flag. We obviously got that ball up flag and took that round, and we celebrated in this sort of a. But you can just tell the focus, like you can see it in their eyes. Do you know what I mean? And that's what Aware said. They've interviewed Aware after the game, and he said exactly the same. He says we'll go in there to win. He says it's a day out, but listen, we're not going there for a day out. We're going there to win.
I love it.
It's so good as well that we've sorted out set pieces. We've
scored
strong
all season. Them last two games, we've scored more from corners than we have done the rest of the season. In them last two games,
I really like
goals from corners.
Obviously, the delivery looks a lot better anyway, and obviously having Kiefer Moore in the box really helps. But I do like having Harrison Burrows over on other side, where he can then receive the ball and whip an inverted cross into the box, a little bit like Andre Brooks were doing in like real time play at times. Not necessarily so much tonight, but when he's previously come on. I think we've shifted Harrison Burrows and made him a lot more accessible from edge at box on the right hand side from corners, and it's really working for me. Really working.
He got 3 assists and a goal in 2 legs.
It's incredible, isn't it? It's incredible. He goes under the radar a lot as well, and I don't really know why, because he's been left back team at season. I know that were controversial for other fans from other teams.
It's that second half of the season's not been as good.
No, it hasn't. But like you said, Jamie, these last 2 games, he's been outstanding.
He looks sharp to me. He looks sharp. Do you know what I mean? And like I mean, he had that shot that went for a corner where it deflected and went out. And I think from then on in, we seemed to just step it up a little bit. And I mean, it's a great header by Keith. I mean, he did well again. I thought he looks since he's come back from his op, he's looked a different player.
He might start, you know. He might start at Wembley.
He's an handful, isn't he? Like he must be horrible to mark. I mean, what is he, 6'3"? Do you know what I mean?
It wouldn't surprise me if it were Campbell and Kiefer up top at Wembley.
It'll be Kiefer or Hare for me. That's probably the decision.
I think Campbell starts no matter what, Jamie? Because I think he's looking a little bit leggy still, to be honest.
I think Campbell starts.
Well, Cannon looked good tonight. He didn't score, but he was always on.
I agree. You can't pick fault with anybody, I don't think, tonight. And what's O'Hare got to do at start? But he did exactly the same in first leg and still were on bench. There's an argument, like Paul says, that they're now classed as finishers, some of them. When you bring Callum O'Hare on in 60th, 65th, 70th minute, teams have got to go, oh my God, because he's gonna hassle and harry you. You know, you're trying to keep possession at back, and Callum O'Hare's charging down at you, and in with his tricky feet and intricate passing. I just think it's
that flick he did. Like, sorry to jump in there, Jim, but
you're all right, mate. You're all right.
It's just unbelievable. Like, and he's been on bench last 2 games and scored twice. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, but it's good options to have. It's a good problem to have for Wilder. Like, every striker you talk about that you've mentioned there, that you can look at positives in every one. Like Bruce seems to be playing best football he's played all season.
Agreed. Like, just at right time as well. Just at right time for some of them.
Try Blade's career.
Yeah, mate.
Try Brewster, Blade's career, best football of his Blade's career.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Definitely, without a doubt.
You seem a little bit burnt out, Mr. Mountain. Have we expended a lot of energy on that view along tonight?
I do, don't you? You do. So yeah,
I love it. I can't wait to watch that back. To be honest, I'm gonna enjoy that. Thank you again for doing that. Look, lads, thank you very much for joining me tonight. I'm going to try and get into as many comments as I can. Go on, mate. Go on.
If I'm going to run away, I just want to say happy birthday to Paul Burberry, whose birthday is in 12 minutes' time.
Oh, happy birthday, Paul. Played in Spain. He's
been very supportive tonight on the watch along. So, and he's 70 years old. Bless him.
The big 7-0.
Big 7-0, mate. Massive spender.
50 years in front of me.
Yeah, and the rest, mate.
No. Just to say, Jim, as well, before I go, I saw Pete Rogers in Triple Point, and he said, "Give me a shout out on Ramble, will you? I'll watch it at 5 when I get up for work." So shout out, Pete.
Can I just say he was the coolest man in the building before kick-off, because I was saying, I was like, "Oh, I'm a bit nervous." He was like, "We'll smash these tonight. We'll smash these."
What a bloke.
All right, he's a top man.
Top bloke. Top bloke.
For the day.
You what, mate? You what, Jay?
I apologise, Mountain, for the confusion other night.
Oh yeah, saying you didn't want to watch him on saying he stinks or something. Don't watch him. No.
I messaged him private. I said, "That what's going on here, Jay?"
You need to be careful, Jamie. Talking about banning kids off COP and talking about Paul, getting a rep, mate. You got to be careful.
You love me for it.
Mate, no one messes with the loves doctor. If he didn't have a screen on now, I think he were talking to Barry White.
Someone's
tell you what.
Someone's asked my dad today, "Where's Meldrew?" before game. Couldn't believe it.
Nice. He's catching on, isn't it? He's catching on.
Believe it.
He couldn't believe it.
I don't believe it. Don't believe it, Margaret.
Exactly.
Bloody hell, Margaret.
I know we've got to be quiet, lads, but I want you to do something for me. I want you to join in with a chorus here. We're going to do this at the end, but obviously it's going to get too late for this. So I'm going to let you go early. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what would I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich?
Here's what she said
to me.
Que sera, sera.
Whatever will be.
We're going to Wembley. Que sera, sera. Hey, cheers, boys. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Now, all go to bed and catch up with us in the morning. So, thank you for joining us.
Jamie's going to get
boys.
told off.
Jamie's going to get told off now for singing. All right. See you all later, boys. Thank you very much.
Myself,
See you, chaps.
no worries.
Take care.
I thought I'd got rid of the wrong people then. Right, okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Loved that little bit of a rendition. Hope you were still all awake and joining in with us. It sounded a little bit like we were on different wavelengths and sound lengths, but we're good with that. We're all right. We're not singers. We're just blades. So let's have a look. Where are we now on the comments? Book my flights for Wembley whilst in the pub. Nice one, Catherine. Love that. Great performance. Bided our time and cruised it. That's nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Oh, here we go. Jord Motson's just sent me. He's recorded that. It's all right. Clipping me up, Jord Motson. I'll remember that, pal. I know I've read a couple of these. I'm going to try and get to the point where I hadn't read it. Right. Craig says, what a team. A good, hard-working team. Now I hope Wembley can work for us. Is it our year? Is it our year? Let's hope so. Jamie Dumplin struggling to get himself out of the studio, so I'll just kick him out instead. There we go. That's him gone. Winkerbank Blade says, look ruthless in attack, kept solid, and keep solid in our fanciers. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. We'll never see a more comfortable playoffs. Hill says, that's the Blades we all remember, and an atmosphere was unreal all the way through. Come on, Blades, and up the Ramble. Top man, Joe from Turfcast, or whatever it's called it right bitter about us winning. Well, he's a bitter man, isn't he? What can I say? Paul Rose from Well Stoned Landscapes and coach organizer extraordinaire says, all aboard the Ramble, coach. Absolutely right. We'll get that sorted tomorrow, pal. Get in. Matt says, wow, that was so easy. I thought playoffs are meant to be hard. And listen, let's not get cocky, lads. Let's not get cocky, lads and lasses. Biggest victory on aggregate over 2 legs in the history, in our history, is that. Surely it's not playoff history. Get in, up the Blades, up the Ramble. Top man. Phil says, does it get any better than that? Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Like and subscribe. Was that Andy the Blade next to Cammy, Jim? Not Tammy, Cammy, Jim. And he's still right about Cannon. Yeah, somebody sent me this. Andy the Blade and Cammy having a bit of a giggle during the game. So I think there's a few of them flying about in our group. So yes, that was Andy. Somebody messaged and made me giggle. I think it was Craig Ibo that tagged me in it on X. What the hell is Stone Cold Steve Austin doing next to Cammy? Anyway, that made me giggle. I've lost my place now. I'll be right. Just like to say as well, I got to meet my first Rambler today. So honoured to meet Jamie Dumplin in the fan zone. What a nice guy. I hope I come across okay, Jamie. Hopefully from next season I get to meet more of you lot, mate. You're more than welcome anytime. Hey, if you want to jump on Ramble bus, there's a bus going for Ramblers. As I said, Paul's organising it. If you want to make Wembley, if you can, pal. Getting you red and white wizard, says Wayne. Absolutely right. We're buzzing, aren't we? We're buzzing tonight. Alessandro says, these 2 performances have been fantastic. We look a different animal. The hunger and focus Wilder has instilled to overcome the hoodoo and get it done in the playoffs. Up the Wembley-bound Blades. Come on! Yes! Oh, I am so excited. This is why I wanted to come on. I just need to expend all this adrenaline. Tough with adrenaline. Shout out to James, who were in Triple Point with us, lead singer of Matilda Shakes. I'm going to chuck him in our Ramble group, I think, and he's going to bring guitar on, coach, with a bit of luck. Wembley, says Matt. Absolutely right. Ian says, wonderful night. Shout out to Man Mountain for holding the fort with a stellar view along. Love that. And I knew he would. Was there ever any doubt? Me and Dave the Nose were talking about it at half-time. He will have, A, loved it, and B, been brilliant at it. So, yes, love that. Thank you to Man Mountain. Like and subscribe, says Ian the Gatekeeper. Well done, lads, from a Burnley supporter, says Martin. Just one more to go. Enjoy. Thank you, Martin. Appreciate that, pal. It just goes back to scratch now, though, doesn't it? It's a 50-50 game again. Just got to do the business. Paul Young text says, Cannon is not getting the service to suit his game. About 5 times in that first half, he was on the shoulder of the defender, turning him around, ready to run through, but every time we didn't pass it through. Yeah, I think he's been a little bit unlucky, hasn't he? I think his work rate is very good. And I'm not overly concerned long-term about Tom Cannon. I'm not. CJ says, up the flipping Blades. Keeping it PG, love that, CJ. Hope you're well, pal. Jez says, credit to the manager for getting the squad simmering very nicely into the final. Well, that's a lovely way of describing it, Jez. You're right. Callum O'Hare goal tonight was utter class. Yeah, like the player, to be honest. Like the player. Callum O'Hare, shout out to Mr. Vancouver. Callum O'Hare has got progressively better and more influential in this Sheffield United side. And that's strange to say when he's been coming off the bench. But that's exactly what it's been. Speaking of Mr. V, the man himself, we've got O'Hare, Callum O'Hare. I just don't think you understand. 2 goals in 2 games. He has to start at Wembley and never be tagged with the super sub. He's too valuable to only get 20 minutes a game. I think he stopped the song originally, but I carried on. DT, yes, DT. I remember, pal. Jimmy, nice to see you at the match tonight, pal. Said I'd message you, so here we are. Thank you, mate. You did say that as well. Up the Blades, what a lovely night. Nice to finally watch a relaxing game of football for once. Good to meet you, pal. Good to meet you too, mate. Thanks for introducing yourself. Chris says, fantastic result. 6-0 on aggregate, breaking records and Wembley bound. All eyes on tomorrow now. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Joe Atkinson says, getting giddy already. The atmosphere at Wembley will be mega. Hamza Chowdhury, where do you want your statue? What a game he had. Absolutely right. You can pick a few of them out for man at match tonight. Mine, Vinny Edge's my man of the match. But I thought, starting at the back, Cooper were flawless. Absolutely flawless tonight. Didn't have loads of dangerous stuff to deal with, but everything he dealt with, there were a couple of good saves in there. Everything he dealt with were just class. Hamza Chowdhury, outstanding. I thought the 2 centre-halves were very well, particularly Jack Robinson. Harrison Burrows, outstanding. You could go through them all. Liam says, evening, pal. Hope you're well. What a win. What a performance. What a result. So proud of the players and Wilder. Superb job over 2 legs. 1 more to go. Let's go and finish the job now. Up all the Rambles. Please like and subscribe. Who do you want to play in the final and why? Not bothered, Stephen, to be honest. In fact, we've got a watch along tomorrow night. Myself and Jord Motson, we're watching the Sunderland and Cov game, and it'll be a case of break it down when we know who it is, because I could make arguments for not wanting to play either of them, but it don't matter, does it? It'll only matter once we know who it is. Nervy first 15, but after that, the lads were class. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Top man, Wilder's #1 hater. Justin says, what a result and what an atmosphere. Bramall Lane is at its best in some place. Sorry, I butchered that. Bramall Lane at its best is someplace. The tribute to George Baldock was absolutely amazing. Get in, lads. We're going to Wembley. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. I reckon you'll win the final. Justice, really, says Martin. I think it'd be Justice as well, if I'm honest. Just because of the performance in the league, I think we deserve it this year. But you have to earn the right again if you don't finish in the top 2. So we understand it. We respect it. We'll respect whoever it is, Sunderland or Coventry. I think Coventry have still got a good chance of going through, by the way. So we'll one more push into it. One last push. Professional performance from the lads tonight. Can't think of one player that put a foot wrong, says Dale. I can't really. I can't. You know, the lowest rating you could probably give for anybody is a 7, isn't it? And maybe higher than that. O'Hare is a real difference maker. Yes, he is. Matt says, Stephen, I would prefer Coventry because Sunderland's pace up top scares me to death. Jack says, evening, Jimmy. What a result. Largest win in playoff history. Is that in our history or in playoff history as in... I didn't know that, to be fair. If 6-0 on aggregate, I suppose it probably could be. Thought some of our football today was excellent. See you at Wembley Blades. Class to bump into you outside the ground after the game. You too, pal. Up all the Rambles. Nice to finally meet you, bud. In all honesty, the team didn't put a foot wrong tonight, says DT. Even Robbo. Well done, Blades. Lovely to see O'Hare's goal like it was the one he set up away at Bristol. Yeah, karma repaid. Yeah, it was very similar. He was on the end of it tonight, weren't he? Yeah, it were ironic that happened. O'Hare has to start at Wembley for me. 100%, says Chris. So you don't buy into the finishers argument that Man Mountain ain't saying that he would drop him, by the way. He's just putting a counter argument together to say maybe that's how we see the best use for him at the moment as an impact player, and not just your regular impact player. I know Mr. V's against calling him a super sub, but he's a difference maker that can change the whole tide of the game, the whole rhythm of the game, as one real strong game changer, essentially. Martin says, massive gap in quality, I thought, tonight when Sheffield United scored. I agree. At least Sheffield United turned up this evening, says Velo Soul. Okay. Daz says, beautiful day down in New Zealand. Boss dragged me into the office, so listen to the mountain instead of watching at home. Great result. Get those coaches booked up the Wembley Ramblers. Absolutely right. That ramble on the road is going to be immense. I'm looking forward to more. Maury sent me 31 videos that I've got to edit tomorrow for Ramble on the Road tonight, but that's going to be class as well. Thank you to Maury for doing that for us. Andres Cortez says, has to be the worst playoff side in Championship history. Think you'll take care of Cov or Sunderland fairly easily. Rob says, what will be, will be. What will be, will be. Let's go, Blades. Top man. Matthew says, O'Hare has to start. He links the midfield to attack so good. Do you know what? I think all these comments have come in before I've gone live, which is absolutely outrageous because I'm well behind, but we keep going. Martin says, brilliant tonight. That tribute to Baldock was spine tingling. Yes, it was. Now to sweet talk the wife to not go away to Spain. Don't think she will have it though. Oh, mate, there's so many big blades that would normally be able to go that aren't able to go. This man included. Stone Cold. He can't make it either. Yeah, crazy. Absolutely crazy. How good was that, says Wayne. Incredible, mate. Dale says, brilliant result. Bring on Wembley. Dare to dream. Come on, you blades. Matty says, my Mac and mate really rates O'Hare. So do a lot of my blades mates. We're on the march with Wilder's Army. We're all going to Wembley. That's what we're singing in it tonight. We changed it and we don't care. We changed the words and we don't care. Jake says, great win. Thought the tactics were spot on again. 4-4-2 with more working great right now. Great work by the back line. Only limited them to long shots. Think O'Hare has an impact sub. As an impact sub, has done wonders as well. Careful how you say that, Jake. Mr. V is not a fan of that phrase, but I tend to agree that him coming off the bench has changed the game. Now, you can argue that him from the start may change the game. So there's different ways of looking at it in there. Can't remember the Blades breaking in into attack like that all season. I think it's fair to say they left gaps at the back because they had to push forward, but we fully exploited it. In fact, we put them to the sword, didn't we? Smudge says, there's a star man running down the right. His name is Georgie Baldock and he's dynamite. What an atmosphere tonight. Buzzing, up the Blades, up the Ramble, like and subscribe. I'm away to get my suit measured. Up the Blades, up the Ramble, like and subscribe. Are you coming on, Coach Will? Are you coming on, pal? Let us know. Sonny Glasby I'm going to say Wellstone Landscapes then. That's completely wrong. It shows it's well after midnight now. Sonny Glasby of Glasby Pallets. Talk to you soon, pal. And now then, Jim, absolutely buzzing. What a performance and great atmosphere from the fans. Wilder deserves credit for the lineup and tactics. He got it bang on tonight. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Like and subscribe because we're all off to Wembley. Are you coming on the Ramble, Coach, pal? As a Platinum Rambler, are you joining us? You'll have to let us know. You're more than welcome, obviously. And he's right. Sonny's right here. Wilder got it bang on tonight and he got it bang on at Ashton Gate as well. Just got to can confirm ticket information back. Oh, breaking news. Sheffield United can confirm ticket information. What a thing to release at 4 minutes past midnight. Ticket information for what's it say? Here we go. Sheffield United is pleased to confirm ticket information to supporters for the Sky Bet Championship playoff final at Wembley Stadium on the 24th of May 2024. Kick-off time to be confirmed, although rumoured for 5:30. They haven't said that, I'm telling you that. We don't know for sure when it's going to be. Following the second leg victory over Bristol City, Sheffield United will face Sunderland or Coventry City in the final on the 24th of May. In a bid to win this year's Sky Bet Championship playoff final and game promotion. Sheffield United will be allocated 531 tickets for the east end of Wembley Stadium. Tickets will be sold from the north stand round to the south stand. Okay. To ensure a speedy ticket buying process, supporters are advised to ensure they read all information below thoroughly, as many questions are answered in the following text. Pricing categories at Wembley are split into 3 sections, and there is also a concession rate for supporters aged 60 and over, as well as for children aged 16 and under. Children under 2 are not permitted entry into the stadium. Oh my word. Right. The price categories will be sold on a first-come, first-served basis and are subject to availability. Due to the large volume of tickets needed to be sold in such a short space of time and following advice from the EFL, tickets will be sold online only and issued via print at home. Okay, please ensure you have access to a printer before purchasing. If you require any assistance regarding print at home, please contact the Sheffield United ticket office. We'll be happy to help wherever possible. Barcodes can also be scanned from mobile devices, but as a club, we would advise printing. Now it's listed let me just see if I can get this up on screen. It's listed the prices. Right. So if I screenshot that, I have to save it to photos. I have to do a little bit of jiggery pokery. So if you don't mind while I do my pokery and my jiggery, I'm just going to try and get this. Oh, where's the thing that I did it before on? Is it here? If I can't find it, I'll just put it up raw. Oh, there it is. Right. So replace that. In fact, delete that. Then we're going to upload it, the pricing guide. And then I'm going to jump on here and I am going to download again. This is all the messing about behind the scenes that you don't see on the Ramble. But it is, I promise it's for a reasonable cause. Back to StreamYard. Let me just star one of these. That was Sonny's comment last, weren't it? So just so I keep my place. And now, here we go. I'm just uploading now the prices. And I'll go back to the article. These are the prices. Category 1, £105 for an adult. A young adult, £78.75. And concession is £52.50. Now, let me have a look and see if there's a map on here. There isn't. And I'll tell you what, I can't read all this out because I didn't realise how long it was. But I'll just get the basic information. All right, so category 1. Yeah, there is a map on there that shows you where everything is. So we could do a more detailed breakdown of this in another Ramble. But if you go to the article yourselves, you'll be able to see. They're obviously better seats are the more expensive ones. So category 2 is £82. They look like they're behind the goal. Lower level. 82, 61.50 and 41. So that's adult, young adult and concessions. Category 3, which is all the way around, lower down, I think, around the sides. £67 for adults, £50.25 for young adults and £33.50 for concessions. Category 3 standing, same price. Category 4 is £54 for adults, £40.50 for young adults under 21 and concessions are £27. And the cheapest tickets you can get for Wembley are Category 5, up in the gods, it has to be said, but you'll still be there. £37, £27.75 for young adults and concessions of £18.50. Okay, so that is the pricing. How to buy. Tickets will be available to purchase 24 hours a day. Tickets at sufc.co.uk. The game will only be available for you to purchase once you're logged in and eligible. Should you require any assistance, please contact us at box office at Sheffield United. When to buy. Ticket dates have been carefully planned and according to our allocation and the timescale we have to sell tickets. Tickets are on sale from the following dates and at times online only. Wednesday, the 14th of May, from 12 noon, season ticket holders get a chance. 1 ticket per customer number. So season ticket holders will get the first chance to go at it. Friday, the 16th of May at 9 o'clock. That's when members, Sheffield United membership card holders, can then apply for tickets. Friday the 16th, so this coming Friday. So season ticket holders first on Wednesday at 12 noon. And then Friday at 9 o'clock in the morning, memberships. Then Friday at 1 o'clock, they go on general sale to supporters with an accredited Sheffield United previous purchase history and a minimum of 200 loyalty points. Okay, So that's basically so that nobody else, no Sunderland fans can buy in United End, I think. Okay. So those are the dates. So season ticket holders get priority on Wednesday at 12 noon. And then on Friday, 9 o'clock, it's available to members. And then at 1 o'clock from Friday, they're on general sale to anybody with 200 points plus. Interesting. Right. So we'll have to get ready for that. 12 o'clock on Wednesday. Big T, what about them Blades? From the first minute we were on it and everyone standing and singing the Bulldog song. I'm a big man, but I had a tear. It was brilliant, pal. Absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? Jonathan says, fantastic win tonight, Jimmy. Now let's shut the naysayers up and win at Wembley. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Dale says, nice to see your old man with Cammy on the box, Jim Bob. Yes, it was. It was nice to see him. He's a bit like that now. He's a bit of a high roller, what he always has been, to be honest. Paul says, we're on our way. Can't stop us now. I can feel the Blades ascending. What have you done today to make me feel? What have you done today to make me feel proud? Happy birthday, Paul. I believe it's now your birthday, pal. Send Jimmy, are thou streaming tonight? Yes, mate. So I slept through, says Thailand Tim. Did something happen tonight? Little winky face, which tells me that's not the case at all. Sarah says, well, that was amazing. Can't stop smiling. The atmosphere was incredible. Yes, it was, Sarah. Absolutely incredible. Martin says, reckon Jim's celebrating at the ground. Was that Jimmy's dad sat next to Cammy on Sky Sports? Yes, it was. Spotlight Actor Wayne says, Wembley, we're the famous Sheffield United and we're going to Wembley. Great win tonight. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Like and subscribe. Thank you, pal. Let's have 100 likes before Jim gets here. Oh, love that, Fred. Love that. I think I were pretty much straight after you'd sent this, but love that. Wayne says, Martin, I thought it was Andy the Blade on camera. It was. Got to say, well done to the Mountain tonight. He was class, says Bry. Thank you, mate. Come on, people. Let's get this amazing channel to 8K. Like and subscribe and share, please. How have we done tonight for numbers? Has the Man Mountain brought us any more? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, we've had a little spike. 7,824 now. We are growing. Thank you to everybody that's joining the Ramble. At least he's given me time to charge my phone up, says Beardman. Was you holding the red or white paper on kickoff, Jimmy? I was holding the red paper myself, and Eki Outsal were part of the red team tonight. Will says, if you're on your mobile close to the live chat, then hit the like, then come back to the chat. Helps out massively. Yes, thank you, mate. It does. That's a little trickaroo. Atmosphere was amazing, says Maury. Stellar performance from the Blades. Enjoyed every moment. Up the Ramble, up the Blades. Like and subscribe. Good night, Blades. Top man, Maury. Big shout out to all the fans today, says Matt. Loud and proud. So good. Singing the Bulldog song, Goosebumps. Absolutely right. Goosebumps. Well said, mate. Will, mate. Well said. Martin says, yep, thought so, Wayne. I think they're mates. They're big mates. Big mates. Luke, they've been for 40 years. Luke says, fantastic evening, Blades. Only negative was the attendance, but probably due to being a school night and high ticket prices. What do we all think to ticket prices at Wembley? Are we surprised? I'm not really, but it might put a few off in terms of those that want to take a big family down. It's hard, isn't it? Mitch says, what a game. Being on the cop, it was loud as ever. Finally got home and kebab in hand. Wembley, here we come. Harry Maguire was there too. Yeah, I think Andy the Blade were caught on camera talking to him as well, wasn't he? Schmoozing away. If he gets him on Ramble, then fair dues. New owners will dig a bit deeper, seeing that support. Yes, let's hope so. We're doing our bit, aren't we? And that's all we asked for, and that's all we've done. Matt SB with the super chat. Thank you, pal. Well done, Blades. Hope it's you, pal. Hope it's you tomorrow. I'll be cheering you on. Nice one, pal. Hope you're good. Thank you for joining us. Cole says, evening, Jimmy. End of the game. You could tell that Wilder was proud, even if he didn't show it. Even got a cheeky smile and thumbs up. It proved a lot wrong this season. Messiah, proud. Me too, pal. Bello says, after all those 1-0s this season, what a time to start scoring. Over to your lot, Matt SB, says Ian. Absolutely right. Bristol fans were cracking, by the way. Yes, they were, DT. They were absolute credit to the club. Harry says, yes, what a performance from the lads. Every single one of them understood the assignment. That atmosphere as well. Massive dilemma now with 2 up top or a striker and a 10 up the Ramble. Come on, you red and white Wizards. It's got to be 2 up top, hasn't it? It's got to be 2 up top, I think, the way we've been playing. And that is so harsh on Callum. So harsh. But he's come on and changed the game himself. So it's worked the last 2 games, hasn't it? Connor even did a stream. Lol. Fair dues. It's watching the Mighty Blades. What can you say? Told you, Jim Bob, never in doubt. For me, still same 3 going up. I hope so, Mark. Cole says, and record-breaking Blades. Great bit of form to go into the final. 6-0 is a serious achievement. We were fab and did our job through the full 180 minutes. By the way, Keith and Cannon worked well. Delighted. Aid says, the Mountain was brilliant on the stream tonight, Jim Bob. I knew he would be, and thank you for saying that, mate. Never fell behind with the chat. Oops. And delivering great comms on key moments. He knows his stuff, that lad. He's a credit to the channel, and I really appreciate his contributions. Luke says, everyone was magnificent tonight, but Rian Bloody Brewster was top class when he came on. I agree, mate. He looks really well. Michael says that was a total quality performance of domination in both legs, up the Blades, up the Ramble. Riff says, Under the Blade almost has as much screen time as Wilder today. He'll love that. Mr. V says, Jimmy, your daddy's blowing through your inheritance at an alarming rate. He's been burning through it for the last 10 years, mate. He were laughing the other day that since he retired a couple of years ago, he's had zero income and he's just been blowing, not zero income, obviously, but he's like made no like attempt to have incomings. It's all just been outgoings and just enjoying himself. But yeah, fair play. He's earned it. He's earned it, to be fair. He's worked hard and he's now enjoying the fruits of his labour, and fair play to him. I love that he's enjoyed himself. Joe says, we may hold the record for most unsuccessful playoff campaigns, but tonight we set the record for the highest championship aggregate playoff win. This side is different, says Joe. Matt Blade says, I was the last person out of the ground tonight, but let's not get carried away. Still a very, very tough game ahead before we can celebrate. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Yes, I agree, Matt. We're not getting ahead of ourselves, are we? Brian laughing at Mr. V. Cole says, fitting tribute to Baldock. 86 minutes was special and we did our best. Attendance was not the best, but those who were here did us proud, and Brill, no one went on the pitch. A proper send-off to Bramall Lane. Absolutely right. Hopefully a send-off to the championship, but we shall see. Cooler King says, these players are probably the two best performances I've seen in a year following the Blades. Never really looked in trouble over 180 minutes. Very happy for you all. Moore and Cannon in the final. I think it'll be Moore and Campbell, if I'm honest. But, you know, they played well tonight, didn't they, Moore and Cannon? And I'm pleased for Cannon that he did. Rich Paul says, a couple of hours ahead of you guys in the UK, but buzzing. Question the tactics in the past, but Wilder got it spot on for the last two games. Bring on Wembley. Love that. Hi, Jimmy. What a win that was, says RJ. Probably the best playoffs ever. Tried shouting you to say hi, but you were just going down the gangway stairs. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry, I missed you. Up the Blades, up all the Rambles, like and subscribe. We went to check out our new seats today as well. Up by Dave the Nose. Good view. Good view up there. Not quite the view from the mountain, but a good view. Hi, Jimmy. Are you well? Are you buzzing? Can't believe it. It was unbelievable. And we did it for George. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Up behind the Ramble, like and subscribe. Thank you, Kel. I am well, thank you. Hope you are too. Never in doubt, lads, says Big Mally. Man Mountain was a rock tonight. Doug says, absolutely stunning performance from every player when we all stood up for GB singing Starman. Well, what can I say? Brilliant from everyone. Electric atmosphere, up all the Rambles, up the Blades. Chris says, evening, Jimmy. Hope you're well, mate. Couldn't make the game due to some health issues, but we couldn't have asked for any better than that. Loved seeing the Ramble royalty ATB in posh seats with Cammy. Yeah, he'll love watching that back as well. I'm sorry to hear that you were having some struggles, pal. I hope you're okay now. That's the main thing, isn't it? That you can't put a price on health. Elise says, Plymouth fan, congrats, guys. Hopefully you finish it off. Surely that's one of the add-ons for Coops. Yes, I think promotion certainly will be, mate. I think it's a decent windfall for Plymouth as well. I think. I can't say too much, but I think it'll jump from 2 to probably double. I tell everyone I hate the playoffs, but I've enjoyed these two games very much, says Donny Blake. It does help when you go in. Obviously, they get a man sent off. You then win 3-0. It does help bringing it home. But then we've been so good tonight. Or last night. Brand says, absolutely outstanding from the boys over the two legs. Jimmy, never seen anything like it in the playoffs. Really confident we do it at Wembley. Just hope everyone stays match fit. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. SFC Ash says, other than the first 20 minutes, that was a good performance and definitely grew into the game. Yeah, we talked about that, didn't we, with the lads when they came on. Kirby, thank you, pal, for the super chat. Up the Blades, lads. Bryce says, we need this steamroller momentum to continue now. Up the Blades. Donny Blade says, I'm 58, followed the Blades all my life. Would love to see United win at Wembley. Me too, pal. Me too. Chris says, I think if Suter hadn't got injured, we would have gone up automatically. I agree. But hey-ho, Wembley, here we come. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Matt says, just me that feels like this is already sweeter than promotion under Hecky? Don't know. Clicks Rage says, brilliant performance. Again, go and finish the season in style. Up the blades, up the ramble. Top man. Alex says, Australian based blade out, absolutely buzzing. Already checked the price of flights. So tempting. Thank you to the ramble for making people on the other side of the world feel in touch with what's happening, mate. We're all part of the same club, aren't we? We follow the same team. We're all blades. And yeah, thank you for those kind words. But yeah, we just love talking about them, don't we? And we love experiencing all this together. Talking gas. Charlie Topman, up the ramble, up the blades, up the gas. Shout out to Darryl Clark's boys. My last gaffer, Darryl Clark, when I was at Bristol Rovers. Will says, I don't know why I did it like that, but Will says, win, lose, or draw, the Jamie Dumplin Scran review at Wembley is going to be legendary. We're going to get loads of different ramble on the roads as well, loads of different perspectives. There'll probably be 3, 4, maybe even 5 people doing it, and I'll splice them all together. It's just going to be incredible. Paolo says, this team is something special. This is our year. Up the blades, up the ramble. What does that result do to Benjamin Bloom's stats now? I haven't been quite following as closely with Ben's stuff recently. I do really like his stuff, and I would always advise people to go over and support Ben. He does brilliant championship content with a load of other creators that do great content as well. Matt SB is one of my favourites, but yeah, Ben's a big stat man into on how historically teams, he relies on those as the only things that show us what usually happens and sort of bases it on likelihood. Well, we've changed that tonight, haven't we? It's an outlier again for us. Nige says, evening all, did anyone actually expect that over 2 legs? No. Bring on Wembley, up the blades, up the ramble, up behind the ramble, like and subscribe. Fantastic job, Mr. Mountain. Love that. Make the pitch even bigger, blades. The blades can play on out, says Paul from PN UK, the stat man. Paolo says, really feel like Wilder has masterminded the run-up and these 2 semi-finals perfectly in terms of squad selection and rotation. Me too. Well said. Well said. I think that's worth saying. I think it's worth, making a real point of that Chris Wilder has managed this group so well, and the mindset that he has the boys in just feels good, doesn't it? Burrow's best game in the Blade shirt tonight by far. Sue's the man of the match, says Nige. Ben says, what a performance, what a night. Oh, what a night. I can feel a special day at Wembley and coming up the Blades, up all the rambles, like and subscribe. Bryce says, come on, people, let's get this amazing channel to 8K. Please like and subscribe, share, please. Thank you, mate. It is a bit late now. We've made 1 more subscriber since I last gave you an update. We're on 7825. Thank you to everybody that supports us. I appreciate that. Was a hot night, says Paul. Let them run around and tire them out. What I saw, letting them run around, Blades looked controlled first 20 to me. Yeah, I think we let them have the ball, didn't we? Dave the Nose pointed it out to me at half-time, and I think thinking about it, it makes perfect sense. Let them have it. Let's see what they're about. Let them expend a bit of energy. We'll just soak it up. And then when they feel like they're coming forward, hit them. Brooks to me is everything. Brooks to me is what Robinson is to you, says John. My heart sinks when he starts. He left Chowdhury exposed for the first 25 minutes, looked lost and gourmet again. I think that is unbelievably harsh. And I know that people will say the same about me and Jack Robinson throughout the season. Again, I'll reiterate, I thought Jack Robinson had a brilliant game tonight, I have to say. I'll call him out when he has a bad game, but I thought it was probably the best game I can remember having in a Blade shirt. I thought Andre Brooks worked really hard today. So I've seen a different side of Andre Brooks to what you've seen, John, today. I thought he was tracking back. He's our side at John Street, and we're really close to halfway line. So he's the man that we see the most in the first half. And I thought he worked really hard today, worked back really well. So I didn't see what you've seen. But again, it's a game of opinions, isn't it? Matt says, I thought Peck struggled the first 15 to keep up with the ball. Once he got his foot on it, we controlled everything. Paul says, yeah, but they gave up them the top tier of Bramall Lane. Never know why. I think they gave it to them and then they released it to Blades later, didn't they? After Bristol City gave some tickets up. I think that's how you say it. Have you booked your train and hotel for Wembley, Jimmy, and the rest? We are getting a Ramble coach down, pal. We're getting a Ramble coach down. We're sorting out details, hopefully tomorrow. The George Baldock song was insane. Emotional, says Paul. Yes, it was, mate. Ash says, when do the finals tickets go on sale? Anyone know? There you go. You've had it. Exclusive breaking news on the Ramble. No Piro, no Pat says, nice seeing your dad on the TV, Jimmy, and well played tonight. I really hope you do it in the final at Wembley as well, mate. Up the Blades. Thank you, pal. I would assume wants to know who you'll be playing. No, it's already been advertised. Rice says one more game, one more performance, one more result. Record for the highest aggregate score in the playoffs. Love that. Ash says, so crazy how much we love promotion and the chase just to hate the Prem. I know, it's madness, isn't it? Paul says, can see Jamie Dumplin starting his own Blades channel soon too. Ramble launching channels. He's not going anywhere. He's not going in. He might start a little side scran review or something like that, what we're talking about, but he's a Rambler, is that boy? He's class as well. What a top boy he is. Not sure how many Blades players would get in the Leeds or Burnley team. Hamer and Harrison. I'm not going to get into that tonight. I'm just enjoying, because I could argue that, but I'm a little bit tired. I'm enjoying the Blades performance. Let's not get into that tonight. We've turned it on at exactly the right time, says Matthew. Everything was faultless tonight. The performance, the players, staff, fans, atmosphere, the perfect send-off for Wembley. It's so proud. David says, getting close to joining us in the Premier League. Good luck, Blades. 2 Yorkshire clubs going up. I hope you're right, pal. Bryce says, whispering Jamie Dumplin, get him commentating on the snooker. Yes, mate. All Yorkshire out, we says Velo. Yes, we are, mate. We are indeed. Watching in bed as I could not get any sound on the phone. What a performance by the Blades and great view from by Paul. I will probably fall asleep before the end. No problem, mate. As long as I don't, then we're all good. Don't worry about that. Wilder saying it's only a proud moment if we win at Wembley. Like that talk. Oh, he's so good. So good. Wembley again, says Maury. Let's hope it's not again, though, at Wembley, if you know what I mean. Wilder said, I could have won 101 points and it wouldn't be enough, in reply to Blades wanting more. Nice. Nice. So firing back a little bit. Ian says, shout out to Jack Lester for sorting the set pieces out. Is it Jack Lester? Interesting. Interesting. That one on the top corner looked, took a deflection, was sat behind it. Amazing save. Agree. That's why there wasn't a pitch invasion. Final lap of honour was like any game not last of the season. Dumpling data, dropping stats. Oh, that might be an idea. That might be an idea. Come on, you Blades, says Jack. Okay, Paul says, sounds like Man Mountain and me have a few old stomping grounds in common. 70 years young today. Happy birthday, mate. Happy birthday. What a birthday present from the Blades. Up the Blades, up all the rambles, like and subscribe from a Blade in Spain. Maury says, we're up for the sing-along. Happy birthday, lad, says North. Love that. Strangest barbershop quartet ever. That was class, wasn't it? That was class. APG channel, it's not Yorkshire version of couldn't. What? Couldn't. We're definitely awake after that sing-along. That's where I am in the comments, by the way. Outstanding performance over both games. Did you mean the singing or just the team? Really showing the strength of our squad, says Football Fan 123. I don't believe it. Not. Big girls really do cry, says congrats, Blades. Hopefully we'll see you in the final. Ian says Feliz cumpleaños. Happy birthday in Spanish, Paul. Yeah, up the Blades, says JC. Gabe says, yes, lads, I'm so tempted to come to Wembley. Do it, Gabe. Do it, mate. Can you imagine? You were there when? Sheffield United lost again. No, I'm only kidding. Yes, Jimmy, in playoff history, Blades made history tonight, says Bry. It was the biggest victory in playoff history, not just for us like that. Come on, people, let's get this amazing channel to 8K. Love the copy and paste from Bry, one of our mods. Please like and subscribe and share, please. And since you've posted that, we have got one more subscriber. Nice. It's working, Bry. Slow and steady wins the race. Lou says, great result tonight, Blades. Bumped into Mountain and Jord a few weeks ago in Panenka after the Blackburn game. Sorry about whatever you saw. I've heard a lot of stories about that. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Pixie says, now then, Jim, lad, how's them apples for you? I could hear the lane rocking from my house. Quality night, up the Blades, up the Ramble. Up behind the Ramble. Top man. Smash that like button, guys and gals, but don't break it. Mark Meldrew says playoff history, biggest gym. West Ham Cardiff was the biggest before tonight. 5-0 in 2012. There you go from Mark Meldrew. I do believe it. Paul says, crazy when the bench made us look better. Davis to be a Blades diamond in the years to come. We were just saying about when we were at the game, me and Ansel were saying, how good is Tom Davis? As like, if he can stay fit, he's a real asset to us. He looked so good tonight, so composed. I want to adopt Cal O'Hare. He's a Blade, says Paul. Pixie says, nice to see your dad with Uncle Cammy. Wonder what your dad said to Big Harry. I can tell you what he said to Big Harry. He says, when are you coming back? And he said, give it a couple of years. So there you go. That's an exclusive on the Ramble for you, because he told us when he got it. He jumped in the car afterwards. So there you go. I thought he'd have said something like, "Did you bring your boots, Harry? Because we can get you a game." But he actually said it were a meaningful question. When you coming back, H? And he says, give it a couple of years, and give him a little wink. Jimmy should do the polls to help the channel. What do you prefer, Sunderland or Coventry in the playoffs? I can't set one up now, pal. Can't set one up. We've got 15 minutes left, and I'm still half an hour behind in comments, so I'm powering through. 31 clips. I didn't notice there's more. Sorry for swearing, slipping the bit. Don't worry, mate. It won't be as much as Jamie Dumplin last week, I can tell you. Wembley ticket details out, says Andy. Google have said 3 p.m. Tony says up the blades with the super chat, 199. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate that, pal. Casperino says this is actually gripping watching this breaking ticket news, and I'm not even kidding. Too right it was. Dan said he, and we'll see you all on Shoreham Street. Says no. Very expensive. When are they on sale then? I've told you all that, Jack Ante, I think, pal. So hope you got all the info when I was explaining it. You beat either Coventry or Sunderland with ease, in my opinion, says Liam. Both don't have the midfield to cope with yours and are very questionable defensively. I thought Dan Ballard looked really good the other night, I have to say. Jamie says, Wembley, we're the famous Sheffield United and we're going to Wembley. Kelly says, Jimmy, are you on cloud 9? I'm not far off, Kel. I'm a little bit tired for cloud 9, but I am buzzing. And do you know what? I'm up as well. My alarm's set. I'm on Radio Sheffield at 7:05 in the morning. Thanks to Ellie Colton for that. But yeah, so I'll be wrapping up pretty much bang on half past. Oh, not half past. Bang on 90 minutes. I'm all right. Got season tickets, said Jamie. Nice one. We've been allocated. Yeah, I know, Jamie Dumplin. I know. I've broken the news. Don't you worry. Better be able to get 2 tickets for Wembley. It'll be one apiece, mate. It'll be one. Jimmy, where can I get the info on the tickets? It came out on X, but it's on the club website, pal. 200 minimum points. Tickets are available online only. Up the blades, up the ramble. Thank you, Kel. Jimmy's already read all this out. Oh. Dublin Blades says ATB and Camille laughing and pointing. That's where the poor people sit on John Street. Yeah, they were pointing at me and Eki out Sal. Look at them over there. Look at them cheering. The riff-raff. I know, bless them. Going to be an expensive trip from the west coast of Ireland for me, but it's got to be done, says Sligo Blade. Nice. Up the blades, up the ramble. You're up late, says Spence. I am, mate. I am up late indeed. I won't be up much later, I can tell you. Said only 26k. Looked more. I thought same, Jack. It did look more. And that Burnley is how you look after people. 0 pitch invaders. It's not time to throw stones, but I don't mind that. Ab says there's 0 chance we sell out. 1 ticket per number due to the risk of away supporters purchasing in home areas. As per safety restrictions, we're unable to do a restriction-free general sale. Promotion is one of the odd add-ons for Coops, right? Yes, it is, mate. Yes, it is. It's a high promotion bonus as well. And no less than you deserve if he gets us up, because he's a huge part of our success. I've just got back to work, says Jack. Are you kidding? Wow. Matilda Shakes. We're going to Wembley. I thought Hamza was solid tonight. Up the blades. Like and subscribe. We're going to Wembley. Great to see you and George tonight. Absolutely top, lads. Thank you, pal. Get that guitar out. You're coming on the coach with us. So if anybody doesn't know, and I can't believe there's still nearly 700 people in here on different platforms. It is past midnight. And we are wrapping up soon, I promise. But Matilda Shakes is the soundtrack to the Ramble. So everything you hear, music-wise, all the decent music, is Matilda Shakes. So they do Ruby in a Red Dress. They do Stem Out the Heebie-Jeebies. I can't do it. But the sponsor video at the start, that's Matilda Shakes. They did the previous Ramble intro music, which I found out tonight was written about United. How did I not know that? Because the big blades. Top with adrenaline. Top with adrenaline. We're going to get all them. We're going to get James to sing all of them on the Wembley coach. So just a little bit of a further push for that. Dublin Blade says, if we go up, it's another 2 mil to Plymouth for Coops. Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, just throw it out there. That's true. £2 million, I believe, is the deal for Michael Cooper. Another 2 million to Plymouth. And have they more than earned that? They've thrown away Championship survival to give us a £2 million, what will be a £4 million keeper. Wembley, here we come to win it now. Up the Blades. I believe Harrison Burrows is another huge add-on payment to Peterborough, which again will be full value for money. Glyn says, congratulations, Blades. Just one more hurdle. Good luck. Up the Clarets, up the Ramble. Thank you, Glyn. Jack says, what a result. Wembley, here we come. Great performance. Some of our play today was flawless. Bumped into you outside the ground after the game. Great to finally meet a Rambler. Up the Blades, up all the Rambles. Like and subscribe. You did, Jack, and you've mentioned that before, I think, in the earlier comments. But it was great to meet you, pal. Riff says, if we went up automatically, Wilder may never have got the chance to break this playoff voodoo. Stars have aligned for him. We'll do it, I believe. Love that riff. Love that, mate. Is he Andy the Blade? Da, 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 da. Are you coming on, Dad? Are you coming on? I'll send you a link if you want to come on. 12:20. What are you doing up at this time? Great atmosphere tonight, Jim. Even us in the posh seats were stood up for the Starman. Yes, you were. So, in the posh seats, I very rarely get in there. But Andy the Blade's a regular, as you would probably imagine. And you've got to be quite demure in there. Even though people know he's a Blade, and obviously Cammy's played for United as well, you can't be up cheering and, yeah, get in, blah, blah, blah. So whenever we scored, I could see him politely, because we were directly in our eye line, could see him politely clapping while we're going balmy and jumping up and down. Anyway, Starman came on. He couldn't resist, could he? He were up, clapping and singing along with everybody. Fair play, Andy the Blade. He knows what's important. Brett says, Harry Kane and Newcastle winning trophies. United could win a playoff final. That's 3 of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Yeah, that's true. Nice. No, it says, my seat was an absolute shocker. Got stuck after every stand-up. Heard last person who sits there keeps messing with it. Fine him a week's wage. Okay. Tom says, good old banter over the season, but congratulations on the trip to Wembley. Best of luck to your boys marching on together. Thank you, mate. Bob says, well done, Jim. Bob told you that you'd smash it. Nothing to fear in the final either. Marching on together, up the Blades. Nice one, pal. By the way, I asked Big H about coming back, and he said, give me a couple of years. I've told him, Dad. I've told him, don't worry. Your mate, Big H. Look at this. I've got you. You and your pal. DTA, you stupid son of a... Oh, dearie me. Paul says, big shout out to Alex Welsh. Don't know what that is, Paul. Don't know what that is, but shout out to Alex Welsh. Who do you think United will face at Wembley, says Spence? I'm not sure, mate. I'm honestly not sure. I think Coventry aren't out of this. They're a good set. They're both good sides. It only takes 1 goal for Coventry to push it to extra time, doesn't it, for example? Best atmosphere at the Lane in years, says Stephen Mumford, who goes to almost every single game, all the way from Durham. The professor makes it down. So he is a man that can tell us that. It was a brilliant atmosphere tonight. Big pal of Andy the Blades. Glad you're still on when I finally get home. See you all at Wembley. Yes, you will, pal. Yes, you will. Bryce, let us know if you're coming on Ramble, Coach, as well. Bryce says, off to bed one last time. Come on, people. Let's get this amazing channel to 8K. Please like and subscribe and share, please. Thank you. We are now on. Oh, I didn't do it that time, Bri. We're stuck on 7826. Mr. Vancouver goes to bed whilst donating to the Ramble. Thank you, pal. We're all going to bed in a minute. Don't you worry about that. Bedtime, Jimmy. Thank you, Mr. V. Hope you're good. Hope that sent you to sleep nice and comfortably. Go to Jimmy. Not sure I can go. If I can, it'll be on that Ramble, Coach. Good man. All together now. No pig fans in town. Yes. Hamza Smith is in the chat, says Jack. Also thought I was seeing things. Even Raksaki was tracking back it and defending. Yes, he was. He was. Who do you think will get in the final, pal? I think it'll be Sunderland. I kind of want it to be Cov. Spurs might win in Europe. Final horseman. Yeah, maybe so, says. Yeah, Riff, yeah. Mark says, atmosphere was awesome in the first half. A little subdued in the second. I thought it was the way around, to be honest. I thought it was the way. I thought the first 20 minutes were a little bit... Well, we started okay, and then we sort of petered out a little bit. And then I thought it really picked up throughout the game. Well done, boys. One step closer, says Mr. Rob. Thank you, mate. Walton says, so, Jimmy, is the Royal Ramble going to happen now then? Do you know, that is such a big undertaking. I filmed a couple of them, and there's going to be so much editing that needs doing. But we'll see. We'll see. In the close season, it's probably something we could do. 8K by Wembley way. That's a big push, that, Dublin Blade. That is a big push. What we're going to need, 174 subs in the next 10 days. It's definitely doable. It's definitely doable, but it's a big ask. Hi, Jimmy. Are you ready for Wembley? Ready as I'll ever be, Kel. Ready as I'll ever be. I'll get less and less confident as the days go down. That is for sure. Sorry for the double comment. Didn't see it read out. Apologies. No problem, Jack. And great to meet you again, pal. Let it end with, we are off to Wembley. Sam says, keep this content up, pal. Favourite YouTuber since Shore and View Past. Thank you, mate. That's a bittersweet. I love the compliment, and I am honoured to be second to Johnny, the best editor in the Sheffield United space, probably in the football YouTube space that I've seen. A lot of these big channels have their own editors bought in. So, you know what I mean? It's not them that are doing it. Johnny did everything for Shore and View, and the editing was incredible. If I can ever get to half of the level that he produced in terms of stylistics of the channel, I think it levels you up significantly. So thank you, Sam. That means a lot. Up the blade, says Matt, and rest in peace, Johnny boy. This is for you as well. What a night. Good night all, says Riff. North says, get behind the lads. Up the flipping blades, we'll go with. Paul says, get your head down, Jimmy, while I look at flights from Malaga. Last time I was at Wembley, it was for the semis in the FA Cup against the Pigs. And we finish on a super chat from Jack, $4.99. Thanks, Jimmy, and all the Ramble Massive. You'll never talk alone. Nice. Nice. Thank you, Jack. I really appreciate that, pal. Viral Vibes just comes in with what a night for us. Absolutely right. Thank you to everybody for your support tonight. I can't believe we've still got 650 people in the room and it's 1:45 in the morning. So thank you to everyone. We're ridiculous, aren't we, us blades? But it's the adrenaline. It's the buzz of what we've done tonight, how we've done it as a team. And we all get to enjoy it now, don't we? Let's try and enjoy it as much as we can. We're back tomorrow on the Ramble. I'll try and release Maury's Ramble on the road tomorrow, but it might be the day after. Not because we have to space out content, but because he sent me 31 videos to try and chop into one thing, which I will do. Thank you to Maury for doing that. But we're also back with a Rivals watch-along to see who Sheffield United will meet at Wembley. So on Behind the Ramble tomorrow at 7:30, join me and Jord Motson for a watch-along. But for now, come on, you red and white wizards. Going down a Wembley way. Up the blade!